Hello, everyone. As you know, most yoga classes cost around $20. As the class you are about to take is free, we encourage you to consider making a donation to Community First, a new initiative where navigators on the street build relationships and trust with vulnerable people in Times Square with the goal of getting them help. You can donate right now by going to tsq.org and make a difference in the world today through yoga. In 2015, the United Nations General Assembly declared June 21st the International Day of Yoga, with New York City and Times Square playing central roles, in part because of the Times Square Alliance's 20-year tradition of hosting this Solstice Yoga event here at the crossroads of the world. Times Square is the leading official public site in New York City for the International Day of Yoga. And now, for a very special treat, Indian Consulate General Mr. Randhir Jaiswal, along with Times Square Alliance President Tom Harris.
Would you mind borrowing me the microphone for a little bit? Yeah. Just sharing once you're done.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Times Square. I'm Tom Harris, president of the Times Square Alliance. We welcome everyone here today for the International Day of Yoga. It's our 20th anniversary of doing yoga in Times Square. And not only is it our 20th anniversary, but this year we get to be next to each other. We don't have to be 6 feet apart, so we should celebrate that. And then this is also a symbol of our resolve and recovery. Saturday night, we had 428,000 people in Times Square. Times Square is back, New York City's back, and we are so glad that you are here today to celebrate with us. At this time, I'd like to introduce Randhir Jaiswal.
Namaste and good morning, everybody. A very happy International Day of Yoga to all of you. We are truly, truly delighted to be back at Times Square on 21st June. Yoga is being celebrated in the East, in the West, in the North, in the South, in each and every continent and each and every country of the world today. That is how popular and global embrace of yoga is today. Apart from yoga sessions that we have all throughout the day, we also have a range of sustainable products, nature-based products from India for you to enable you lead a sustainable life. They come to you as part of our One District, One Product scheme. I would encourage all of you to please take a sampling before you go. On 5th June, the world celebrated World Environment Day. And on the occasion, the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, gave a call for Mission Life, that is lifestyle for the environment. I urge all of you to join this mission for a better tomorrow, to nourish the planet, to live a sustainable life, a life in harmony with nature. With that, I would like to introduce our guest of honor today, most respected, most revered, Swami Acharya Avdeshanand Giriji. He's come from India, he's here with us, and I would like to invite him to say a few words to encourage a yoga enthusiast and to encourage everybody to join the movement for yoga, the movement for unity, and yoga for unity, yoga for humankind, and yoga for togetherness. So with that, and before that, I would like to thank Times Square Alliance, President Tom Harris, for giving us this opportunity, and all our sponsors for joining in celebration of International Day of Yoga. Thank you very much. Swamiji, can we have your presence on stage? Namaste.
Thank you. Om Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Om Amrato ma mrityorma amratam gamaya. This means lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Hari Om. I'm very happy to be here. My very warm welcome to you all. Today, I'm with the Honorable Mr. Randhir Jaiswal, CG of India, Deputy CG Honorable Varun Jeph. It gives me immense pleasure to address you today on the International Yoga Day at the historic Times Square, the vibrant financial capital of the world and the center of many cultures. It is an absolute honor to represent my country, the incredible India, and the land of yoga. Samatvam Yog Uchyate. This Sanskrit verse simply means evenness of mind is known as yoga. Evenness means uniformity. Actually, the word is yog, and yog means union of the mind, body, intellect, and soul. It's a journey towards divinity and completion of life. It gives peace, joy, harmony, and ultimate bliss. And we are all seeking bliss. Actually, yoga means to unlock oneself to become infinite and absolute. The practice of yoga brings firmness of mind. Such a mind is not easily excited or easily depressed. That's why mental health disorders such as anxiety and depression are cured by yoga. We already know the benefits of yoga on physical health. An ancient Sanatan Vedic Dharma, which is the foundation of India, we believe that God is in nature for us, flowing rivers, tall mountains, vast skies, shimmering stars, blazing suns, glowing moons, and all living creatures reflect God. We therefore believe that everything we see and experience in the world is a reflection of the one God. Human life is a precious gift from the Almighty, and getting a human birth is a unique and divine opportunity, an opportunity for spiritual evolution. The ultimate purpose of the life is liberation or moksha. We can make this possible through spiritual practices such yoga. I would like to emphasize that yoga is not just a physical exercise. This is a more to it. There are four major paths of yoga: the yoga of action and selfless service, also known as karma yoga; the yoga of devotion, also known as bhakti yoga; the yoga of meditation, also called Raj yoga; and the yoga of will and intellect, that's Gyan yoga. Yoga is the unique key to unlocking ultimate happiness and attaining a state of bliss. The pandemic has shown us how temporary everything is, and that is the material objects cannot give us true happiness. To be in a state of permanent happiness, we have to turn our consciousness inward. That's when we experience true inner joy and peace. Yoga helps us connect with our true selves. If one practices duly and regularly, the mind becomes steady and calm. When we are peaceful inside, we can help solve conflicts and coexist peacefully. With further practice using the right techniques and correct guidance by an evolved yogi, and can eventually attain samadhi, the highest state of consciousness achieved through yoga and meditation. resulting in ultimate state of freedom, peace, and bliss. Yoga does require a lot of practice and discipline, and the key is to be regular. I will not take up a lot of your time, but I cannot avoid expressing my feelings from where I'm standing right now. You all look as vibrant and colorful. In the vast sense, we may all belong to different races, but in reality, we are tributaries of a large river. Today's gathering truly displays the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a Sanskrit phrase found in Hindu texts, which means the world is one family. In other words, it is only through mutual respect and cooperation that we can create a peaceful community. I'm extremely proud to see you, so many seekers, devotees, and practitioners of yoga here today. I feel privileged and grateful. It is because of great insight of His Excellency Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. That is the International Yoga Day on June 21st, 2nd, become a worldwide event. I extend my warm wishes and gratitude to organizers and respected dignitaries. I especially thank you, Honorable Consulate General of India in New York City, Honorable Jaiswal, Deputy CG, Varun Jeph, and my dear Bhandari ji, having invited me here at Times Square. My best wishes to the wonderful audience and all of you present here. Hari Om, Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhena, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadran Pashyantu, Ma Kashya Dukh Bhag Bhavet. May God bless you. Hari Om, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Again, God bless you.
You're done now?
So, नीचे चलेंगे?
And now, here to lead your class today, the Consulate General of India, New York, is proud to present a holistic yoga instructor who is also a founder and CEO of Winked, a wellness and meditation company. She is also chairperson of the Art of Living Foundation in the U.S. Please welcome your instructor today, Ruchika Lal.
That's your water? Don't
Yeah.
worry, no rush.
No worries, I'm taking my time.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Good morning, New York. How's everyone doing while I set up my mat? Can't hear you guys at all. How are you guys doing this morning? I think New York, we can do better than this. How are we doing this morning on Yoga Day? So welcome everyone. I am super excited to be here. And it marks two really big anniversaries, if you heard the speakers before. What's the first one? Anyone paying attention? It's the 20 years of doing yoga at Times Square on this amazing Solstice Day. And what was the second big thing that you heard the previous speakers talk about? No 6 feet. It's 75 years celebration of India's independence this year. The land from where yoga comes. So I'm really excited to be doing this together. And what we'll do is, we will start with the universal sound Om. Yeah? Did you guys, a fun fact around it. The sound Om, the frequency is the same as the earth rotating around its axis. How many of you knew that? Okay, for those of you who didn't, there's something new that you learned today. So when we say Om, the microcosm, us, and the macrocosm, earth, we all harmonize, right? So today we're going to say Om together 3 times and just soak in the sound of Om. So let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath in. And let go. Breathing in for Om. Just notice the inner stillness. Despite all the noise and movement around you. And slowly and gently, with a smile on your face, whenever you're ready, you can begin to open your eyes. So what we're going to do is yoga is a way to kind of unite back with ourselves. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to practice many limbs of yoga, not just asanas today. So we'll have a little taste of pranayam, a little bit of meditation. Does that sound like a good idea? Good. So with yoga, with everything that's happening in the world right now, right? There is polarization, people are worried about their jobs, inflation. We're going to get whatever. We're going to start this session with an intention of peace, a little bit of peace that we feel and we have in Times Square. Let it radiate to every part of the world. Can we all start with this intention? So I will say a little Sanskrit mantra, and then of course I will translate it for you. But just keep that intention in your heart, because the subtle is far more powerful than the gross. So whatever we wish can happen, and especially when so many, 1,000 of us wish it together. Sangachatvam, samvadhatvam, sambo manasi janata, deva bhagyam yatha purve, sanjanana upasate. And what this means is let us all move together. Let our voices move in unison. Let us be in harmony. Let our minds be one. And every action that we take have divine consciousness behind it. Yeah. So now we'll all stand up and we'll start with a little bit of loosening exercises before we get into asanas. Yeah. So we'll start with the neck, because so much of our stress is held here. So let's take a deep breath in and look up. It's a nice, beautiful day. You can actually see the sky. Breathe out, chin to the chest. Breathe in again. Look at the sky. You don't often see the sky in New York, but you can right now. Chin to the chest. Last time, breathe in, look up. Breathe out, chin to the chest. And now we'll do something similar on the right and the left. So breathe in and just bend your neck towards the right. Breathe out to the left. And just see, you might feel a little bit more tension on one side than the other. Just pause and breathe in that area if you feel any stress or any tension. And yoga is always better with a little smile on your face. It doesn't need to be serious. So you can smile. And come back to center. Now let's take a breath in and turn your neck to the right. Look at the shops on the right. Come back to center. A little love to the shops on the left. Back to center. Right. Center. Left. Back to center. Last time, right. Center to the left. back. Now we'll do some neck rotations. So breathe in, head goes back. Breathe out, chin to the chest. And as you breathe in, rotate your neck towards the right and back. Breathing out towards the left and back to center. Coordinating the movement of the neck with the breath. You're in no hurry. Taking your time. Feeling every part of this movement. And relax as you complete the round. And anti-clockwise direction, breathe in towards the left and back. Breathing out towards the right and back to center. And doing a couple more rounds. Pausing and breathing wherever you feel any tension or stress. The breath, along with awareness, has huge potential to heal. And back to center. So neck feeling a little lighter? Yeah? So now we'll go to the shoulders. So let's take, as you breathe in, take your hands up. Completely. Your hands are facing outward. Yeah? Just stretch up completely. Notice if you're feeling any stretch in any of the shoulders, any tension. And breathe out. Back down. We'll do some shoulder rolls. You can keep your hands on your shoulders. Your elbows are touching each other. Breathe in, take your elbows up and back. Breathe out, down and front. 2 more rounds. Your shoulders will thank you. And now change direction. Breathe in, bring your elbows down and back, and up and back and front. And relax. You can shake your hands out if you want. Now we'll do something with the trunk, right? So what we'll do, this is a little bit of modification. You'll breathe into the left and breathe out to the right with the sound ha. And make it nice and loud. Breathe in. Ha. 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 The opposite side. Breathe in to the right. Ha. I don't hear you guys. Ha. 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 And relax. Now we'll do something for our knees. I especially need it with all the travel I've been doing. So bend in and come back up and down and up. You remember as children when we got punished? It was very similar. A couple times more. But now we're doing it on our own volition. And good. So now the body's warmed up, we can actually get into asanas. So we'll start with just standing up straight. Now it seems like it's not much, but just notice, is your weight equally distributed on both your feet? If not, ensure your weight is distributed. Now for some of us, we might have more of our weight on the inside of our feet, some of us outside. Just see the 4 corners of your feet are equally carrying your weight. Stick your hands up. Interlace your fingers, stretch up. And now for those of us who can, just lift your heels above. It's better to look at somebody who's not moving to keep the posture. Keep your eyes steady. If the eyes steady, the body stays steady, and vice versa. Continue breathing. And relax. Times Square doesn't really have trees, so we'll become trees over here now. Take your right foot up, close to your groin. Just ensure that it's pointing towards the right. Take your hands up, steeple. We're making Times Square really green right now. And the first rule of yoga is to listen to your body. The second rule is to listen to the instructor. So just do as much as you can. And come down. The other side. Just ensure you're steady here before you take your hands up. And take up. And you can smile, you can be a smiling tree. Some of you are very steady trees, some of you are shaky trees, and it's absolutely fine. And relax. Now we'll do a few bends. You can come to the side of your mat if you do. Take your hands up. Push your buttocks back. And just come into a tabletop position. One straight line. Pause here for a little. And then come down wherever your hands land. They could be on the floor. They could be on your calves. And bring your head as close to your knee as possible. Rolling in for a forward bend. Feeling the stretch on the back of your thighs, your calves. Continue breathing. Don't hold your breath. And slowly come back again into tabletop. Flat table here and come back. And relax. Now we'll do a backward bend. You can support your lower back with your hands. Take your pelvic forward. Just take it forward. Don't drop your head as yet. Just drop. And now drop your head if you can and look up. You can see the hoardings behind you. It's a different perspective. Continue breathing. And come back up. And relax. Now we'll do the triangle. You can stretch around 2 to 3 feet depending on how tall you are. Your right toe is pointing outward. And your right heel is in line in the middle of your left leg. Take your hands up. Just ensure they're on the same plane, same side. And just slide gently towards the right. Just slide. Right now you're only sliding. And then bend down and look up for triangle. And see if you can smile while you do this. Continue breathing, continue holding. And just go as deep as is steady for you. Come back up. And relax. The other side. One of the things of yoga is being steady. Sthiram, Sukham, Asanam. Steady and easy. So now the other side, slide. And come. Look up. Just go as deep as is comfortable for you. If you were to hold this posture for an hour, you should be able to do it. And come back up. And relax. So now, we're going to get into seated position, but first we're going to sit on a very comfortable chair. You sit on a chair. Just ensure that your knees are not over your toes. Yeah? Your palm to the ground. Come back up. It's the longest day. Go back in a little bit. You're reading the New York Times or your favorite newspaper, whatever that might be. Come back up. In, down, hold. Sipping your favorite beverage, tea or coffee. You're enjoying yourself. And just notice it's the body doing the work. The mind is relaxing. And come down. Very good. Everybody has enough space back there? Yeah? So bring your soles of the feet together. Sit up tall. You might have a tendency to want to bend forward. Just sit up tall and just flap your legs as if you're a butterfly. Let's go a little faster. 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 Feel the stretch on the inner thighs. And then just bend forward as much as you can. as much as you can. And come back up. We'll do a couple of positions again to stretch ourselves out. Take your foot, put it where your elbows are, as if you're holding a little baby, and rock. Some of you, the babies are far more comfortable, some of the babies not so much. You can take it up and down. It's opening up a lot of the joints for us to sit comfortably even for meditation. And you can thank your leg for carrying you along, never complaining, and put it down. Now show a little bit of love to the other one. You can rock it up, bring it down. And again, you can thank it and put it down. We'll do a couple of spinal twists and then get into Vajrasana. So you can sit up tall and straight. Put your right leg over the left. Bend your left leg in. Right hand behind you. You can touch your left ankle and look over your right shoulder for a spinal twist. Just ensure your spine is straight as you're doing this. Continue breathing. And relax. The other side. Left leg over the right. Right leg tucked in. Left hand behind. And right leg holding the left ankle. Look over your left shoulder for a spinal twist. And just see if you can keep your awareness inward. Staying with your own experience. And relax. And now what we'll do is, from our cross-legged position, see if you can come into Vajrasana or the diamond posture. Now if you have ankle or knee issues, just be gentle with this posture. See if you can sit up a little bit. Take your hands up. And your right palm on the left, left on the right. Sitting up for frog. And relax. Sit back down. Now we're going to do a half camel. For those of you who can do it, do it. If it's too much, listen to your body. Again, sit up. Just support your back and bend backwards as much as you can do. Continue breathing. And gently come back up and back to Vajrasana. For those of us who want a little bit more challenge, we'll do a full camel. Those of you who want to stay at half camel, you can do that. Sit back up again. You go backwards and see if your hands can actually land on your soles of the feet. And look backwards. Continue breathing. And come back up. And relax. We've done a couple of back bends, so now we need to compensate and balance by a forward bend. So stretch your legs out as much as you can. Stretch them out as much as you can. And then just bend forward as much as you can go forward. Your head on the yoga mat. Feel the stretch and the relaxation at the same time. Continue breathing. Your buttocks are on your heel, it's not lifting. And slowly come back up. And let's get onto our tummy for some asanas in the prone position. Lift your right leg up and stretch it back as if someone's pulling it. Stretch it. It's not important how high it is. What's important is that you pull it back as much as possible. And relax. As you breathe in, lift the left leg and again push it back. And relax. Now making a fist of your hand, put it in the groin region and lift both your feet above the ground for locust. Continue breathing long, deep breaths in and out. Relax. Bring your hands by your sides, by your shoulders. And just first lift up as if you're barely using your hands for cobra. If you let your hands go, you would still be able to hold the posture. No pressure on the hands. It's a baby cobra. And now let's lift up a little bit more using your hands. Just ensure that your elbows are not pointing outwards and your shoulders not lifted. See if your feet can be as close to each other. Look up. Continue breathing. And relax. Hands go back by your sides. Now take your hands forward in front of you and lift your hands and your feet above the ground. For Super Yogi, you're flying in Times Square. You can keep a smile as you do this. And relax. And we'll take a few breaths of relaxation in the crocodile. You can make a pillow of your right hand or left hand, whatever's easier for you. Bend the leg, put your cheek on the hand, and just relax for a few breaths. Let's turn over to our back. And let's lift the leg and the shoulders in one line for both. Really good for all of us who are trying to lose some tummy fat. And relax. Let's bring the right knee as close to the chest as possible using your hand. And lift your head as if you're smelling your knee. Just notice it's the shoulder that's lifting, not just the neck. And relax. Left knee. Bring it as close to the chest. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, lift your head, smelling your knee. And relax. Now bring both your knees in towards your chest. Use your hands to make yourself a tiny little ball. And lift your head, placing your nose in between the knees for Pavan Muktasana. Really good for digestion and massaging the internal organs. And for those of us who we can just rock in this position, giving the spine a nice massage. You can rock from side to side, giving the lower back a nice massage. And for those of us who can, we can come into shoulder stand or just do a plow where you lift your legs up. If you can do a shoulder stand, support your back. If not, just lift your legs as much as you can. And relax, come back down. And now bring your legs as close to your buttocks as possible. And lift your belly up for a bridge. And relax. We'll do a couple of last postures, spinal twists. Take your right leg, put it on the left knee. Push the right knee towards the ground. Right hand is stretched out and look over your right shoulder for dancing Shiva. Snatch Raj. Relax. The other side. Left leg on the right knee. Push down the left knee towards the ground. Left hand stretched out. And look over the left shoulder. And relax. And you can just lie down on the ground. Legs stretched out completely. You can lie down completely on the ground in Shavasana or dead man's posture. Hands by your sides. And as we take a breath in this time, we will tighten the entire body from toe to head. So let's take a deep breath in. And tighten your toes, tighten your calves, your knees, your thighs, your stomach, your chest, your jaw. Just tighten, tighten, tighten everything. And breathe out with a ha. One more time. Take a deep breath in. And tighten your entire body. Toes, calves, knees, thighs, stomach, chest, your fist. Tighten, 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 tighten everything. And breathe out. One last time, let's take a deep breath in and tighten your body from toe to head. Every part, every muscle of your body, just tighten, tighten, tighten it. Clench your face, tighten, tighten, and let go. And just relax completely. Dropping the entire weight of the body on the yoga mat. In any case, the yoga mat is carrying your weight. With every breath out, sinking deeper and deeper into the yoga mat. And letting go. Relaxing more and more. Just become aware of your breath as it flows in and out of the body. We'll take our awareness throughout the body. Become aware of your feet and where they're touching the yoga mat. Your ankles. Become aware of your calves and knees. Your thighs. Become aware of your hips. Your stomach. Chest. Shoulders. Become aware of your neck. Your face. The top of the head. Become aware of your whole body. Your whole body. Just letting go completely. Just being with yourself and enjoying this moment of quiet, and slowly and gently you can turn to your right side, and using your elbow you can come up in sitting position. So we'll just do a few pranayams to wrap up. We'll start with the Kapalbhati. This is also called the breath of fire. You breathe in, your abdomen comes out, and then you pull your navel in as if it's going to touch your rib cage, your spinal. Yeah, so it looks a little bit like this. Right, so you're pulling your navel in to touch your spine. So we'll do 3 rounds of 15 each. Sounds good? So let's take a deep, normal transition breath in. And let go. And begin. And relax. And just notice how the body feels. You can feel a little lightheaded. It's okay. There's a lot of subtle life force going into the body. Second round, transition breath in. And let go. And begin. relax. Last round, take a breath in and let go and begin. And relax. It's a really good pranayama to increase the metabolic rate, to get the digestive fire started. We'll do another one. It's called Brahmari or B pranayama. It's really apt for New York and Times Square where there's so much noise. We will block it all out and go back inward. So take your fingers. The first, your little pinky is underneath where your chin is. Your ring finger is above your lips. Use your middle finger on your nose, index finger to close your eyes, and the thumb closes your ears. And we will breathe in and breathe out with the sound like a bee. Take a deep breath in. We'll do it one more time. Take a deep breath in and breathe out with making the sound. One last time. And relax your hands. It's a really good pranayama to bring your attention back inward. And if people's words have hurt you, this is again a really good one to let it go completely. We'll just sit with our eyes closed for a few minutes of meditation. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Taking another breath in and let go. Becoming aware of all the noises around us. The music, the honks, the white noise, people talking. Accept all the noises and be in harmony with your environment. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Just being here right now. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Just becoming aware of the space around you. 1 foot of space around you. Expanding your awareness to 6 feet around you. Expanding your awareness more and more to this entire block. To the entire island of Manhattan, expanding more and more. To the entire planet. Expanding your awareness to the entire galaxy, the stars, the moon, the planet, expanding more and more. And bringing your awareness back to the planet, to the city, to this block, to a foot all around you. And concluding this yoga class with the intention of peace in your heart, in society, in world. We'll all say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti 3 times together. Let's take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And slowly and gently, whenever you're ready, you can begin to open your eyes. How's everyone? Good. So this little piece of peace that we feel, let's radiate that all over the city and the globe. And it was great being with all of you today. I want to thank the Consul General of India over here and Times Square Alliance for putting this together, and my fellow yogis from the Art of Living that are in different stages. And the last thing that I want to do is just be grateful for all the practitioners of yoga through the generations who've kept this knowledge alive for all of us. So with that feeling, have a wonderful day.
This class was presented by the Consulate General of India, New York. This year, as part of a historic Azadi Ke Amrit Mahotsav, India is commemorating 75 years of its remarkable journey since independence. We congratulate India on it and thank the Consulate General of India, New York, for the support of the event. Today is the International Day of Yoga, the invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition to the world that embodies unity of mind, body, and soul. Today, yoga is celebrated in India and across the globe. Don't forget to visit the Consulate tent at the Yoga Village on Broadway between 44th and 45th Streets, which features a large number of organic products and superfoods from India. And spread the good karma by making a donation to Community First, a new initiative where navigators on the street build relationships and trust with vulnerable people in Times Square with the goal of getting them help. You can donate right now by going to tsq.org and make a difference in the world today through yoga. Today's event was presented by Alpha Girl Club, a Web3 brand focused on all aspects of wellness, mental, physical, and social. Their mission is to not only help people create and fulfill their wellness goals, but to experience our journeys and do life together. Be sure to stop by their booth for a photo wall, make a gratitude bracelet, and a free Alpha Girl Club NFT. Join the conversation using hashtag SolsticeTSQ and tag at Times Square NYC. The Times Square Alliance hopes to see everyone next year for the 21st annual Solstice in Times Square. Mind over Madness Yoga.
How are you?
I'm so good. It's so good to be back here, Douglas.
Oh, yes.
And I can't believe it's been 20 years. But you still look the same.
Somewhere. Ruchika,
Yes,
welcome
Douglas.
back.
It's so good to be back. Thank you for
Wow.
having me.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Someone was saying to you just before we were coming up on stage, wow, it was really frenetic here, and
Yeah.
when she started teaching, it got really calm.
Yes.
You really bring the calm. That's amazing.
Thank you. You know, I actually believe it. Like, our vibes speak so much more than our words.
Yeah.
And normally, if you're in a room with someone who's angry, you catch the irritation on.
Yeah.
And normally, when you hang out with people like you, the calm happens.
You seem so rooted and also at the very same time inspired. There is this great dynamic within your own energetic body, I should say, and that translates into your classes. What was your process of developing this class post-pandemic?
You know, it's a great question. So a lot of my teachings, what I have been rooted in, comes from my guru, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, right? And I think after the pandemic, in fact, yesterday we just had a class, and it was so amazing to see people back in person, right? People are craving in-person connection. So I can't tell you, Douglas, how amazing it is to do a class live with so many people rather than on Zoom.
Yeah, I find that people are very hungry and thirsty for root, for inspiration,
Correct.
for calm. What are people asking you for as a yoga teacher? What do you find they're asking you to help them with mostly lately?
I think a lot of them are dealing. It doesn't verbalize so much in yoga, but they'll talk about how lonely they feel. How they want yoga because they feel anxious in the body.
Uh-huh.
They're not being able to sleep.
Yeah.
Connection is missing. They're feeling like nobody has their back. So I think all of these mental things that people are going through, or emotional loneliness, is coming through, and they're looking for any way to help them.
Yeah,
And I think
absolutely.
yoga, I mean, the whole point of yoga is union. How do we connect with each other, and how do we connect back with ourselves?
Yes, importantly, connecting with yourself. And I think the wonderful thing about yoga is you get a chance to test all of that stuff out, to sort of experiment and explore our own desires and needs. I hate to use the word deficiency, but actually, yes, bringing up that deficiency so that it is filled and we're able to communicate and develop relationships with ourselves, and hopefully that translates into others. This is a great atmosphere for that to happen.
It's lovely.
Also a very challenging one.
But you know what? It's amazing. It is in the opposites that you truly realize the value, right? If there is peace, like for example, I was in Bali. When you're in Bali, you feel peaceful.
Right.
But if you can find peace in the midst of chaos, and you can find peace in the midst of noise, then that peace has value.
That peace has value.
And that's when you
yes.
realize the power of yoga, because yoga can bring you that peace, that stillness, that calm in a city that never sleeps.
Right. Speak a little bit about your relationship with the Indian consulate and how you developed that relationship and the importance it has for you.
It's great. You know, it's crazy. That actually began 8 years back when we actually did the first International Day of Yoga. So Gurudev was going to be in New York. I think you guys hosted him here too, and he was at the UN. And that's when I developed the relationship with him, because we were putting an event together, of course, here at the UN and also at Lincoln Center to celebrate the tradition of yoga. And from then, I think it's just been an amazing relationship and partnership, because they're such big champions to bring this knowledge to everybody,
Yes.
right? Because just because the knowledge comes from a country does not mean it belongs to the country.
Exactly. I love how the seed of it is there,
Yeah.
but it has certainly bloomed and blossomed into all other territories and nations.
Yes, and I thank you for being such an amazing champion and torchbearer for this knowledge.
Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Ruchika.
so much.
Yes,
It's
you're
good to be back
It's
here.
so wonderful to have you back.
Same
And-
here.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.